The Center for Human Rights at the Catholic University of America has recently published an op-ed by Chen Guangcheng commemorating the anniversary of the Tiananmen Square massacre. To view this article, check the link in the description or go to humanrights.catholic.edu. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports on China. My name is Will Deathridge, the producer. Joining me as always is Chen Guangcheng.
Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you here again. Yeah, Will, thank you.
Yeah, and today we have some news coming from the FBI that concerns both China but also our election integrity in the United States. Guangcheng, could you explain what's going on?
Yeah, in June 2025, the FBI director found evidence that 4 years ago, the CCP made more than 20,000 IDs and sent them to the U.S. so people can vote.
Wow.
The CCP tried to influence the 2020 presidential election.
Right. And that story is from the FBI director, Kash Patel, right, Guangcheng?
Yes.
That was 4 years ago, but there's still continued interference in our democracy today, right, Guangcheng?
Yeah, of course, the CCP always try to do that. In mid-June, there were a lot of protests in the U.S., especially Los Angeles, right? They tried to oppose ICE and oppose Donald Trump administration.
Right.
Yeah, and now, some media found the proof. The CCP's organization here, we call it UCA.
And that stands for the United Chinese Americans, which is based in D.C.?
Yes. The organization's leaders have ties to the CCP. More than 10 people, before they work for the organization, they work for the CCP.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Specifically, they worked for the United Front Workers.
Yeah, and Guangcheng, what do they do?
They work with the propaganda department to make sure everyone is loyal to the CCP.
Right.
Yeah.
So to clarify, there have been reports that personnel in the UCA are alleged to have previously worked for the CCP.
Yes.
And one of the executives of the UCA has been promoting protests of ICE and the Trump administration. Is that right, Guangcheng?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see the influence very deep from the CCP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a few weeks ago, certain states banned the CCP from buying land, but UCA wrote a letter to ask to change that law.
Gotcha.
So I think I always see that CCP never stop to try to influence the U.S.
Do you think that the CCP chooses liberal or progressive organizations because they, go against traditional American values at all? Is there any connection there, you think?
Yeah, sometimes the CCP can give some people the money to create the organizations here.
Gotcha.
Of course, if some organizations here, they can use, the CCP will use them. Of course, just give the money to ask them to do something for them.
Mm-hmm.
But usually the CCP will use a different way to send some officials here from in China and then try to get a job here and then create our organizations work for CCP.
Is the U.S. government doing anything to crack down on these types of infiltration or influence?
I think the FBI arrested some protesters in Los Angeles, but I don't know they will continue to follow this, to find who behind them, what the organization is doing, or where the money comes from. Yeah, Donald Trump said he asked the FBI to check where the money comes from behind the protesters. I hope they can find the reason and the organizations who behind them and stop them.
Well, this trend of communist infiltration in the United States is definitely something we'll continue following. Guangcheng, thank you very much for this update.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
The Catholic University of America's Center for Human Rights has published a documentary on the United Nations Universal Declaration on Human Rights. The documentary features world-class human rights experts, from former State Department officials to ambassadors and human rights activists. It can be found on our website at humanrights.catholic.edu.